Hi, my name is Morgan Harvey, and I'm going to tell you about autism spectrum disorders. First, I feel like I should introduce myself. I am 26 years old, and I am a grad student at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, working towards a master's in special education. Currently, I am a special education teacher. I just completed my first year of teaching here at Calera Public Schools. I love it, and I love working with students with autism spectrum disorder, along with the other wide range of disabilities, including dyslexia, ADD, and ADHD. Autism spectrum disorders by me. Autism spectrum disorders is a condition related to brain development that impacts how a person perceives and socializes with others, causing problems in social interaction and communication. The disorder also includes limited and repetitive patterns of behavior. The term spectrum in autism spectrum disorder refers to the wide range of symptoms and severity. Autism spectrum disorders begin in early childhood and eventually cause problems functioning socially, in school, and at work. While there is no cure for autism spectrum disorder, intensive early treatment can make a big difference in the lives of many children. I have been working in education for 7 years. I started my career at 19 years old as a teacher's aide in special education. I have worked with students that have severe autism to not so severe autism. Some of the things that I have noticed are repetitive clapping and repetitive voices, and a lot of them like to hear repetitive sounds. There was one particular student that I had that had to listen to the same song over and over again, and I thought that was very unique. It's important to understand that students with autism spectrum disorder, none of them are the absolute same. All of them have different quirks and different abilities to do different things. Diagnosing autism spectrum disorders. Autism spectrum disorder has no single known cause. Given the complexity of the disorder and the fact that symptoms and severity vary, there are probably many cases, both genetics and environments play a role. There have also been talk about vaccines, childhood vaccines playing a role in autism. I'm not going to say that they do, and I'm not going to say that they don't, but I will say that science says there's not been enough research out there to determine whether or not it's really determined or really caused by vaccines. If you don't vaccinate your children, they could get polio, whooping cough, and other deadly diseases. So take with that as you will. Genetics are several different genes appear to be involved in autism spectrum disorder. For some children, autism spectrum disorder can be associated with the genetic disorders such as Rett syndrome and Fragile X syndrome. Environmental factors. Researchers are currently exploring whether factors such as viral infections, medications, or complications during pregnancy or air pollutants play a role in triggering autism spectrum disorder. So the environmental factors are still being determined on what exactly causes autism spectrum disorder. So, true or false, autism can be prevented. It's false. Autism is a brain development disorder. That is actually true. And what does spectrum stand for in autism spectrum disorders? Spectrum stands for the wide range of disabilities. So, Asperger's was on the autism spectrum disorder. Spectrum means that it is wide. It can range from this severity to this severity. It's a spectrum. None of them are the exact same. Like with Down syndrome, you know that it is a chromosomal disorder, so they all generally look the same. Autism is not that way. Autism is sometimes very tricky to diagnose based off of the fact that there is no tests or, blood work to determine whether or not a person has autism. It is based off of characteristics of that person. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or otherwise known as IDEA, is a piece of American legislation that ensures students with a disability are provided with free, appropriate public education that is tailored to their individual needs. Service options for children ages 3 through 21 years include special education services through publicly funded education programs offered through a local school district. The Oklahoma State Department of Education is responsible for ensuring local school districts comply with the requirements of the Individuals with Disabilities Act, Improvement Act, 2004. I really liked this video, and I would like you all to watch it. it really decides, it really gives a better understanding of what exactly autism is. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and I'm going to exit out of this so that I can put the volume back up for you guys so that y'all can hear this. I think it's really important that we hear this, and I apologize for the technical difficulty. Here we go. I apologize. Please forgive me. my references. The next 2 slides are my references. Thank you for watching.